What's good? I'm a Ruthless. It is your girl, Ticket to Shine, and yes, I am here to bring you two episode reviews, episodes 11 and 12, entitled Secrets of the Garden and Masquerade. So, on episode 10, we did see that Elder Mother Agnes has been murdered. She has been choked out by the two ladies, Lacey and Paula. She is no longer there, so the ladies have to come up with a plan as to how they're going to still get out of that container that they're in, and how they're going to, get around telling anybody that, she's dead or whatever. So basically, Lacey comes up with the plan and says that what we're going to do is I'm going to stand over here in this corner, and as soon as Daikon comes into this container, we're going to hit him over the head or in the back or whatever we have to do with the chair that's sitting in the container. Now, Lacey and Paula, Lacey is the strong one. Paula is extremely intimidated right now, but and she's also still in shock at the fact that she had to kill Elder Mother Agnes or contribute to killing Elder Mother Agnes along with Lacey. So now their plan is just all about survival. It's all about how they are going to get out of that container. And Lacey is persistent. She says, I'm leaving with or without you. So let's get it together. Get it together. We have to do this. Okay. So then you guys remember on episode 10 review where I told you how Zayn was standing off in the background, watching everything unfold with Lacey and Paula. And of course that's because she knew exactly what was going on. And so Tally and Ruth, they were questioning did what the girl's true intention was other than some charcoal. So once they got back into the kitchen container or the kitchen trailer to prepare as Elder Mother Marva sent them because they were down two girls, Zayn begins to explain to them that there's a car here and basically that the girls were going to try to escape. That's basically what their plan was. So uh, Ruth, they basically tell Zayn, okay, basically don't say anything else. Basically let us deal with it. And that's what Zayn does. She goes to the detail that the ladies tell her to go do. And she does what she has to do, and the ladies are still contemplating on what it is they need to do. Tally is telling Ruth, that, she's just ready to go, and she just, she's basically tired of being there. Okay. So then Andrew and Oliver meet up. And Oliver, of course, is looking for Lacey. And he said, man, I thought you knew. Andrew says to Oliver, man, I thought you knew. Lacey's in the punishment container. And of course, Oliver is like, well, I gotta help her. I gotta help her get out of there. And Oliver is persistent, like I said, as to trying to get Lacey free. He even walked over to the containment or the punishment trailer, sent his little signal where he does his whistling. And of course, Daikon pulled up on him like the ninja that he is. And, asked Oliver, well, what are you doing over here? And, Oliver just said, I'm doing my rounds. And he says, well, I got this over here. You go do whatever you're supposed to be doing. And everybody is concerned about Oliver not getting any rest. Andrew has told him that he needed to get rest. And even Daikon has even told him that he needed to get rest. And Clark even told him he needed to get rest. However, Oliver is literally working off of no sleep at this point. So at any moment he can snap. It's just building up for him. It's building up and building up and building up for him. So your ladies, Tally and Ruth, our queens, they go out and decide they're going to go to the garden to pick some herbs. And they literally stumble across the body of William. So R.I.P. to William. But yeah, he's buried there in the garden. And this literally shakes Tally up even more, as well as it does Ruth. And they know at this point, yeah, we really have to get the heck up out of this compound. This is just way too much. Okay, so ladies are back in the kitchen and they're discussing, what their next plan is. Now, they also hear River outside, or they see him outside trying to get Ruth's attention. And Ruth is like, he's so annoying. I don't feel like being bothered with him. I just really just want to, do what I got to do and just get away from this place. But there's a reason why um Oliver, or I'm sorry, River is trying to talk to Ruth. So she finally decides to go outside, takes the laundry to, just a little cover up to have a conversation with River. And River says, I want to talk to you. You need to come to the finance trailer. Of course, Ruth is like, I'm not even supposed to be in there. So how am I going to get away with being in the finance trailer? He said, don't worry about that. You just come around to the back and I'll talk to you in the punishment trailer. I mean, in the finance trailer. So after Oliver talks to her well, actually, they don't make it to the finance trailer yet. Oliver actually goes and speaks to the highest. Now, the highest, in the highest fashion, he is having, he said he had been meditating, and so he questions Oliver or River's loyalty to him. River is trying to convince him that, your highest, I'm only doing what's best for you. I'm only doing this out of, just I do whatever you ask me to do. I comfort you when you need to be comforted, and everything else that you need, I provide for you. I will never betray you. I love you. His River is basically saying anything that he possibly can so that the highest doesn't think otherwise. But the highest is still triggered by something. And so he says, I need to speak to my flock. And basically now there's going to be this big old meeting back in the pavilion where everyone goes to speak with the highest. Now, along with River being shocked at the fact that the highest is starting to lose it even more, he makes his way to the finance trailer where he sees, where he speaks with Ruth as well as Joan. Now, Joan, of course, is still untrusting of Ruth, and Ruth is untrusting of Joan. However, Joan explains to Ruth that once we do everything, transfer everything that we need to, we're stand to get about $2.5 million or $2.1 million. Okay, that means that's a lot of money for 3 people. Then Ruth says to them, we can do this, but we'll need to split this money 3 ways. And I also need to be able to bring Tally as well as my daughter and her daughter with me. Now, River says to Ruth, okay, in other words, okay, we can do that. However, don't tell them about it until we're actually ready to make our move. Now, the only adult in the situation is Tally. So, of course, Ruth is probably going to go and tell her girl, yo, this is what we have planned. But at the end of the day, River also gives Ruth a little nugget as to why they aren't seeing the children. So the children aren't being seen because they're locked in a trailer somewhere learning how to swallow condoms, and that will have the drugs in them so that they could be the drug mules. He says that that Lilo is supposed to have them a van or a bus. However, that won't happen. And then he also says that Yancey is supposed to have the bus fixed, but that also won't happen. And how he knows that the bus won't be fixed, I really don't know. Maybe River has some of Yancey's bus parts that is stopping him from fixing the bus, or maybe Yancey just don't know what the heck he's doing. But at the end of the day, this shakes Ruth again. So this Ruth at this point has so much on her, and she's just trying to figure out from her head from her feet at this point, trying to figure out how they're going to escape and what's what. So then we fast forward to a little scene where Elder Mother, I had to include this because this was so hilarious to me. Elder Mother Marva trying to get her flirt on with Yancey. She tells him that her light bulb in her trailer does not work. Okay, so in the midst of her telling her this, they're actually in the telling Yancey this. They're actually in the kitchen. Her, Yancey, and Tally. And Elder Mother Marva tells Tally, to fix Yancey some food because Yancey comes in and says that he missed his meal. So she tells Yancey, or she tells Tally to fix Yancey some soup. And of course, Yancey says, yes, I'll just take whatever you give me, trying to play it off. But then he says, just bring it to the bus. Bring my food to the bus. Now we already know what that means when Yancey wants to get Tally alone. He's trying to, get a little bit of Tally, and Tally's just like, I'm not with it. So Tally finally decides, I'm gonna go and talk to Andrew. Of course, after speaking with Ruth, and she goes and talks to Yancey, or talks to Andrew, and Andrew is like, look, I don't really have anything else. I don't want to have anything else to do with you. I don't have anything to say to you. You cheated on me. I told you that my wife cheated on me, and you literally did the exact same thing. So at this point, Tally is on her own. So she goes and she does what she has to do. In the midst of that, Ruth sees Tally getting ready to take the food to Yancey. And Ruth is like, well, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't want you to take it, or just have him come to the trailer and get his own food. And Yancey, or excuse me, Tally says to Ruth, sometimes you got to help yourself when nobody else can. And at the end of the day, we find out that what Tally meant by that was Tally hooked Yancey up. We got another RIP. I think he's going to be gone, but I'm waiting for the next episode to verify. But Yancey has been hooked up with a little poison. Tally has gained some more strength. Yay, Tally, for you, because you've been going through it, sis. So I applaud you for gaining a little strength. She has poisoned. She has definitely poisoned Yancey. And oh boy might be gone. Oh boy might be dead and gone. So you can see the smirk on her face. That shows that she was content with exactly what she did. All right. So then we get to the mega scene where we know, as a highlight of what happened, we know that Melinda went to the sheriff's office. She basically drove off Deputy Polk, and he thought he was going to have him some sex, but he ended up being knocked out. And the fact, basically, the Rockadoo, she being Clark and one of the other cult members went through the files. So now at this point, Polk is confronting Melinda about what happened. And of course, Melinda is in denial, saying, no, none of this actually happened. You're losing it. You're just going crazy. None of this ever happened. So Polk is like, yes, I noticed what you did to me, and I could lose my job because of it. So they get into a little scuffle. Melinda is able to initially run to the front door, but Polk grabs her and basically kind of drags her back over into that kitchen area. Well, Melinda is like, I'm not going out like a sucker. So she grabs a knife and she ends up stabbing Polk in the neck. So in the meantime, Polk has fallen on the ground. He's like telling her, call for some help. Don't let me die like this. He's literally begging for his life. And Melinda is saying, forget you, you government pig. You police should die, and all this crazy stuff. And you should have been a raccoon. Just all this kind of crazy stuff. She's yelling all this stuff out to Polk. In the meantime, like I said, Polk is still there begging for his life. Will Polk make it? We're waiting on the next episode to find out whether or not Polk has become another casualty of the Raku. In the meantime, Melinda gets on the telephone and she calls Elder Mother Marva and lets her know, hey, I had to kill this police officer. And so like I said, Melinda has called Elder Mother Marva to let her know that she had to kill Polk. She said that he found out everything that happened. And Marva was like, no, why did you can't kill the police. You can't do that. And so anyway, the damage was done at this point. So Melinda was like, well, I'm just going to escape, or I'm just going to run away because nobody saw me here. so I'm just gonna run away. And of course, Marva convinced her, no, you need to stay there. We'll send help. So Marva goes to speak to the highest and lets the highest know that Melinda has just killed a police officer or a deputy. And the highest is like, why would you do that? Why would you send her out there? I told you we had what we needed. So basically, Elder Mother Marva basically took it upon herself to send Melinda out, back out to Polk, and to do whatever, it really wasn't supposed to be killing him. It was supposed to be just, trying to, get more information. But like the highest said, we were done. We didn't need him anymore. So at the end of the day, once the highest found out that Melinda killed Polk, the highest literally slapped the fire out of Elder Mother Marva, his beloved one, his favorite one, the one that can do no wrong. But we saw that the highest could care less for anyone, and everyone is punishable. If you do something wrong in his eyes, you will be punished. So that's pretty much it. That was episode 11 and 12, and we will be receiving episode 13 shortly, you guys. Tomorrow is Thursday, so at some point we should be receiving episode 13. What do you guys think of these last two episodes? Let me know below in the comments, okay? And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about anything that I stated in this review or recap, please just let me know down in the comments and I will respond as soon as I can. All right. And to all my Ruthless addicts, thank you so much for being a part of this Ruthless family. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing. And I just want you guys to have a great rest of your day, okay? All right. I will be talking to you guys soon, okay? Deuces. Oh, yeah. And by the way, if you're following me, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do so. I am at Original TP Ruthless Fans on Instagram. Also, if for your friends that aren't able to view YouTube, they can also find these reviews that I'm doing on Spotify. Just go to Spotify and type in, just go to Spotify and type in Ruthless Conversations, and you'll see the image of Ruth, and it says Tyler Perry's Ruthless, you guys. So that's all. I just wanted to share that information with you guys. And like I said, I will be talking to you guys again soon. Y'all have a great day. You will be missed. And make him disappear like we did the others. You bring shame to this house. Sorry. You are stupid. I am stupid old